We-
What an appropriate movie we're doing this week for
Yes.
Cold Snap.
Okay, come on, bring it. You gotta feel the rhythm.
Feel
Feel
the
the
rhyme.
rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time. Cool runnings. Yay!
Let's do that. Let's do the bump. This movie you were saying
Is wonderful. It's as wonderful as the first time I watched it. I mean, I was talking to Matt before we started, and I was saying this is one of the movies that we've covered that when we're done and I don't have to watch it anymore preparing for the show, I'm kind of sad to not be forced to watch it because it's so good.
I feel like this wasn't a movie that like people owned. It was like, oh, it's on TV, and then you were like looking for a different movie, and you're like, wait, since when do we have Cool Runnings?
wait a second. I had this on VHS.
Lights were still going crazy behind.
Yeah. Your lights are freaking out.
I say leave them on, man. It's interesting.
No, I'm going to leave them on, but if I leave them on what I put on for the music, they just go nuts.
I think that's appropriate.
I have my obligatory green and yellow on.
That's right.
For Jamaica, for Samson Simpson.
Why would I wear this hat?
This is why I wish we had a friend here that could be like, hey, did this have like the Jamaican accent? Did this do justice to it, or was this kind of like?
I feel like it was
I work with some Jamaicans, and there are times where yes, the Jamaican accent really comes out in a few of their characters, and then there's times where it feels very forced. But I think it's some of the characters may have Jamaican roots.
Yeah.
And you could tell in those characters when they say things that they could slip into, I think it's patois is what they speak in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And that is the weirdest thing when I have two coworkers that'll speak to each other in patois at times just to do it. And I feel like I can almost understand what you're saying, but I can't.
It's weird how there were times in like certain syllables, certain words, I was like, these guys sound like Rob Schneider in 50 First Dates. Like when he's like, how do you think I get the Dolphins to play with the white kids or something? And you're like, Rob,
backflip and play with the white kids.
That's it. And you're like, Rob, where was your accent here, dude? Because it was supposed to be in Hawaii. I was like, pretty sure that's nowhere near Jamaica. But
he's supposed to be Polynesian.
Yeah. And I think he forgot halfway through a couple of times in that movie. Yeah, what I forgot about this is, I did have the VHS of this. This is one of my favorites. We used to roll all the time.
I feel like I saw it more at your house than I did at my own.
Definitely, yeah, because I loved this movie. I played this movie all the time. But the other part of it too is I forgot completely, and spoiler alert, that they don't win at the end of this.
Yeah,
I remember them.
Well, they do.
Winning.
They do win. They just don't win a medal.
I think that's kind of one of the things that makes this movie great.
Yeah,
is
that's a good point.
The way they don't win, and how it makes it so the entire bobsledding community and the world falls in love with them. The world just from watching and seeing these underdogs that did do so poorly in their first run to come out and like, oh, they shocked the world. Like they're here to sled, and then they capture the bobsledding community's heart when they when the inevitable happens.
Because that really happened to Jamaica, right? Like the 1988 winter.
The 1988 team, they didn't crash in their final run, but they did crash in one of their runs, and then they didn't carry the sled, but they walked the sled.
Yeah, I feel like carrying the sled would be like super dangerous. Like those are giant blades at the bottom of that.
and he talks about how the sled weighs 600 pounds.
Yes.
And they're each lifting 200. 150. Sorry.
And when you watch them over and over, like the first two guys, Yul Brenner and Darius, you could tell they're carrying a lot of weight. And then when it pans back to Sanka and Junior, they're barely touching this thing and looking around all relaxed. Like, wait, something's going on in the front of that sled for these shots.
Like Disney took a movie and they were like, what if like you lost, but like you won? And the people in the room were like, yeah, okay, I like that.
All right.
Yeah, but in real life, they were super welcomed in the sledding community. They weren't like laughed at and everything.
Right.
Everybody was very warm to them.
Yeah, I bet there was more analytics that went into real life. Like, how did you afford to get to Lake Placid? Did you have an Olympic committee in Jamaica that okayed this? Or was it just a disgraced bobsled guy was like,
well, they were put together by the government, and it was 4 former military guys in Jamaica that went to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then they ended up having a sled team almost every Winter Games. And then I think it was 2014 or 2016. It may have been a little earlier than that. They added a women's bobsled team.
It would have to be 2014, 2016. The math would.
No, but I meant like it may have been an earlier Winter Olympics. Yeah, I didn't know the year of the Winter Olympics.
Winter Olympics I always remember from being a kid were the ones that took place in Nagano, Japan, and the only reason,
right?
The only reason I remember that one is because we rented the Super Nintendo Winter Olympics, or not Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64 Winter Nagano game, and then like we couldn't return it for some reason, so we rented it twice because we were like going out of town or we had just gotten back. So we had the game for like 2 weeks and played the crap. That was when Apollo Antonono was like the guy.
Yes.
He kind of looked like Matt. He wore like the headband.
He kind of looked like me. Go back for
it. Isn't he Native American? Or partially?
I don't know.
It's very possible.
I don't know that guy.
I'll make it. You're making that up.
He's not on the newsletter, as far as I'm aware. He doesn't come to the meetings. I've never seen him at any of the meetings. Yeah,
and
you don't tell us. You don't tell us who's at the meeting. You guys are like the Freemasons.
We also had
a secret society. Secret society. Secret society. Secret society.
Now you make me want to like drum and like chant a little. Like,
where's your headdress? I know you have one.
I know it fell off. Just give me a break, all right? It's around here somewhere. You lose a headdress. You lose a headdress. What are we gonna say?
No, he's not. He was born in Seattle, and his dad's Japanese.
Oh, he's Asian.
Oh, you're that kind of racist, huh? Y'all look alike, eh, Trey? Okay.
No, I didn't know.
He's native to the west or to the east,
to the land of the rising,
to the land of the rising
sun. Yeah, man, the land of the rising sun.
This movie because we had like a plywood cutout of the bobsled because for pageant they used it one year.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And like
I forgot about that.
This morning, one of our pictures were like sitting behind the bobsled, like, "Hi."
Oh, please!
I remember in the pageant them sitting and looking and like bobbing their heads like that.
Yes. Bum bum bum, and they did it to the pan drums. They were doing like bum bum bum.
Of course,
Sonic,
of course.
Sonic Claus. Yes, sir. Bomba Claus Santa Claus.
That's
for anyone listening that might be Jamaican, please correct us.
Yeah. Well, don't take it personally. It's all in jest.
We just love your country. I do. I love Jamaica. Jamaica was amazing.
I feel like it's also the reason like our generation knows what a bobsled is.
The only reason we know what a bobsled is.
Especially us, like being in Miami. I've never seen a bobsled in person.
I feel like that's why I connected with this movie though, was because I was like, Jamaica reminded me so much of like parts of South Florida and like, Coconut Grove and stuff. And then like for them to go up to the north, I was like, oh yeah, that looks like that sucks. Like that just sucks. Like I don't want to do that. And now I'm here.
One of the scenes that always sticks with me from the movie is when John Candy's saying, if I said it once, I said it 46 times. Cold weather endurance is vital to a sled team. They're standing outside eating ice cream outside the ice cream truck, and he opens the ice cream truck door and Sanka's head comes out and he says, cold enough for you? And he is just frozen and then takes one of his dreadlocks and just snaps it
Snaps
off.
it right off. I kind of want to know how they did that because he didn't he wasn't actually in freezing. I want to know what he was wearing or what part of that was in that
Probably one of those
headpiece
wigs,
for him to
and they just dipped it in
liquid nitrogen.
liquid
Yeah.
nitrogen, or
Just for
you can flash freeze it.
Oh, my shoulder
could
just popped weird.
break it.
That was weird.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's a
pause it, I'll
problem.
do a quick eval and we'll be back.
Please, something help. Oh God,
But
older age sucks.
this is probably one of the easier plot synopsis that we've ever had to do. It's 4 Jamaican sprinters who were trying out for the summer games. Well, 3, and then Junior, and then Sanka.
3, and then Sanka, Sanka's pushcart driver in all of Jamaica.
And Junior causes them all to trip. And Doris was in the movie, at least, he's portrayed as Usain Bolt. Nobody's beating this guy. He's their best sprinter. And so they trip, and then Doris is like, well, I'm going to be too old to go in 4 years. I'm not going to be fast enough. So I need to go to the Winter Olympics. And he finds Yul Brenner, who's living in Jamaica. He's a disgraced American bobsledder played by John Candy because he cheated.
No, Irv.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yul Brenner is the
bald dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I got him mixed up. They find Irv, who's John Candy's character, who's he's a disgraced bobsledder. He cheated in the Winter Olympics. I think in the timeline of the movie, it took place 20 years prior. And he's living in Jamaica because he's this disgraced bobsledder. And he basically.
Well, and when he got disgraced, he moved down to go basically find a Jamaican sprinting team to turn into bobsledders. And he got Doris's father. He was trying to turn him into one because he ran the 100 meters in 10 seconds flat.
Yeah. And so they convinced Jamaica to let them go to the games. And initially they're not the Swiss team makes fun of them, but the Olympics is kind of oh, look, these guys are funny. And then they're like, oh, these guys are real. It's basically Rocky with 4 fast Jamaican guys and ice. It's an underdog story. That's what it is.
It's Rocky with extra steps, is what you're saying.
It's the German team that's the assholes.
This movie is it?
The,
I thought it was
the Swiss team never speaks.
Oh,
the
that's
whole movie.
right. That's right.
The only thing they say is eins, zwei, drei, go, and then they scream.
But they're the ones that everybody wants to be because they're
because they're the best. They're the fastest team.
This is bobsledding's just running, sitting, and believing in your boys,
and trusting the hell out of that driver.
Yeah, honestly, that part of it where I was like, oh yeah, there isn't a whole lot after the push start, and then it's all on Doris. The whole rest of that, their lives, their everything about them.
And then there's the brake man and stuff like that. There's
you got to break.
Sure there's things for the other guys to do. It's not they're just there for
and not only that, but they have to get in that sled, and then they have to actually move.
Right, you have to
lean with it. Yeah,
to lean to help the sled along.
Sanka's the brake man. I think that was one of the things I forgot. So Dougie Doug, who plays Sanka Kofi, I completely forgot how funny his lines were. And
a lot of his lines are ad-libbed.
Yes. Okay. When they're trying to recruit Irv, John Candy's character, and he keeps calling him "Greetings, sled god," I remember so often saying that to my dad and him being like, what are you talking about? Because he didn't watch it. He had to just go, "Greetings, sled god." It's are you being Indian right now? And I was like, no, it's supposed to be.
Your dad watched the movie and he's like, do you think I look like John Candy? Is that why you keep saying that?
Is that why you keep saying that? I mean, there was a heavy point. He's in good shape now. I think I'm heavier than him now. But yeah.
Yeah, but in the movie you do get the Rocky training montage, but it's the good vibes montage. It's not, they're not in the freezer punching meat. They're pushing a push cart in the dirt.
Which apparently is how the team that actually went trained too when they were in Jamaica. Not that same rickety cart, but with a wheeled cart, similar.
Yeah, I doubt they were having them do it in the dirt either. I'm sure they had a track.
The track, yeah. Probably. You never know. Maybe they did it on a decommissioned water slide.
Yeah.
I do want to say, so Jamaica actually did recently. They won gold. In December, they won
in sprinting. Yeah, they always.
No. in bobsled, you jack. No,
you say bowl with me every year. Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, bro. Honestly, though, I do wonder if like Usain Bolt has ever been like, maybe I should try bobsled
He's
after
probably
this.
too tall. He's
Yeah, that guy
huge.
was like
Oh yeah, that's
6'5". He's
right. Yeah,
huge.
yeah. It's
Maybe
kind of
maybe
cheating
he was
when.
like, "Should I try
And
basketball?"
not only that, but he sure doesn't have to because he is
Yeah.
wicked fast.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see. I was trying to
And
find if there were
he's
any.
like a god in Jamaica because of. I mean, look at his track record. Literally track
Yeah,
record.
dude, this
Yeah.
is crazy. I wanted to actually see if they have any. There are many photographs of it. Oh wait, here's a real one. Yeah, it's a bit of a push cart, dude. Like, can you see that? Is
Not
that
really.
coming up pretty big for you? No, okay.
My
Let me
screen's
see.
real small, so it's tough.
My screen's a tiny one. I need to
Got a baby
see
screen.
my baby screen. What
It
am I
looks like
looking at?
it looks like if you were to take a go-kart and like cut the frame off, and it's like just the wiring on a go-kart.
Yeah, it looks like a grocery cart that they kind of like added like
Elongated.
longer. Yeah, elongated and put like.
They just welded like 4 Walmart carts together.
That's
Put
like
some
I just.
off-roading tires on it.
It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy though to like to
And
just.
dropped it way to the ground. Like, just
Yeah.
dropped it real close.
Drop that, cut the suspension. Just
Hold on.
cut it.
Oh, here I found a better photo. Here we can.
Suspension's way too high. You need to
Stupid
cut
thing.
it.
Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you? There you go. And boom. Check that.
Yeah.
It
Them's the
does look like
dudes.
the thing from the movie.
It does. It looks a little better shape.
It looks ricketier than the one from the movie.
Oh my gosh. I'm guessing this guy in the front with the goggles is supposed to be Darius.
Yeah,
I'm guessing that's him. And then I wonder who is Sanka. I'm pretty sure the shorter guy over here is Junior.
I think the characters are like
Yeah.
composites. I don't know
I
if
think
they're
it
like,
was loosely based.
yeah.
Loosely.
Like Sanka, I think
Well,
is
originally it was supposed to be a drama. They
Yeah.
wanted it to be.
Works way better as a Well, I mean, we've never seen the drama version, but
I mean, the script got thrown out, so I would imagine that's why.
I think I
But
did read somewhere that like Sanka is loosely based on a real guy, but like up to 11. Like like he's based on like their team had a comic relief guy that was like the Joker of the group, but then they were just like, oh, that's an idea. Let's just turn the dial up on that guy.
Here's how it is. It's like they made a movie about us doing this podcast, and they replaced you, Trey, with Robin Williams, and everyone's just like, he was that funny, right? He was like, yeah, of course he was.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
For sure,
We
100%.
need a fourth driver.
We do. We need a
And a
fourth.
disgraced coach.
I could be the disgraced coach. I could do that. I could just
Irv Blitzer.
We need
Sled God.
Sled God.
But this was in like the Disney golden era of like sports
dude.
movies. Like they made Mighty Ducks, this, and even not just Disney's golden run, but like The Sandlot came out, Angels in the Outfield, Rookie of the Year. It was like, let's just make kids movies about sports. And it did. The sport didn't matter.
It could be anything.
Like you need to know nothing about bobsledding to watch this movie. You don't need to know.
I want to see
You learn everything you need to know about bobsledding from this movie.
Yeah, that's about it. But I want to see the Winter Olympics curling. I want to see the curling movie, starring John Hamm and Denzel Washington as a disgraced curling coach who has to teach John Hamm and Seth Rogen.
He weighted the thing.
Yeah, whatever
the thing is called.
Yeah, the Duncan
stone.
Fountain. I don't know what it is. Yes, it has so many weird names. Yeah, sorry, what were you saying? The thing about
what was I saying? Oh, I love the part when Darius convinces Irv Blitzer to coach them, but Irv's not sold on it, and he says, you need a team, and Darius has gone and asked Sanka to, he tells him, I need the best pushcart driver in all of Jamaica, and then Sanka doesn't even turn out to be the driver, which is very funny to me. But so they hold this meeting where they're gonna find the other two guys, and he's like, okay, you have the floor, sled god, and he starts playing this like 1930s real footage of or 40s. Yeah, it's a projector, and it's like sleds going down, and he's talking about it, and he's just watching it, and he's saying, yeah, the thing about it is there's a lot of crashes. Oh, ooh, there's like these really horrible crashes happening in this thing. Like there's one point where the sled like rolls over the guys, and he says the
Yeah,
thing about uh crashing in a bobsled is your bones don't break in a bobsled, they shatter.
they
And
shatter.
and then the lights come up and he's like, so all right, who's interested? And the room is empty. And it had been full before. And that's when Yul Brynner walks in, and Sanka's character is the best thing
This
comedy
whole
wise
movie.
in this whole
Yes.
movie,
Yes.
because he says stuff like, oh, hey, look, Baldy's here. And he calls him Baldy the whole movie. And he calls Irv Blitzer Sled God the whole movie. He
Yep.
sticks to, and he calls Derice Star the whole movie because
Yeah.
he's the track star. And uh, then that's when Junior comes in, and Yule wants to kill him because Junior's the one that tripped them and cost them their trip to the Olympics. And he says, it doesn't matter, Sanka. Derice was going to beat both of you, and he was going to go to the Olympics anyway. Uh, so whatever. And then Yule says, "Yeah, well, how about I beat your butt?" And he's backing him up against the wall, and Sokka comes with, "How about I draw a line down the city ahead, make it look like a butt?" And it's just like these moments where he just rips these lines off that are so funny and so perfect, and the delivery is so clean and so
Yeah.
well timed that they just stick with you. And one thing that, like you said with the sled god line, that I still say to this day, I'll use it for hot or cold weather, but I don't say my royal Rastafarian nenes. But it's when he has there's a scene later on in the movie after they go to
Yeah.
Canada, and most of them have acclimated to the cold, but Sanka is still freezing all the time. And Yul Brynner Baldy says, "What do you have in there, baby?" And he unzips his coat and pulls a hot water bottle out of his coat. And they're like, "Oh, I can't believe you're still cold." He says, "Still cold? I'm freezing my royal Rastafarian nenes off over here." All the time. I'll say stuff like, "I'm sweating my Rastafarian nenes off over here," and people have no idea what I'm talking about. I feel so out of place and so ridiculous, but it's funny to me.
I think you should go to your coworkers. I think the couple and just be like, when I say freezing my
Mhm.
Rastafarian, does
Go
that mean
watch Cool
anything to you?
Runnings.
Yeah,
Go watch
go
Cool
watch Cool.
Runnings.
You know what? Just go watch Cool Runnings. It's yeah. Dougie Doug's like performance in this whole thing, man. Like he is flawless. Like he's so funny, and then like he has real like heart to heart like potential, man. Like later on, like when they're getting frustrated, they're at the games. They like you said, they kind of weren't. It's not like anybody was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And they're like really just like upset because that actually isn't part of the story. They actually were very welcomed, but they tried to make a little tension. Like one of my favorite scenes that I thought, oh, this could have ended differently and it would have been hilarious, is they get their busted like cart sled that they bought for less than $5,000, and it's junky, it's old, it's gray, and they show up to the staging platform where all the other bobsledders are, and they stand up, they pull their cart into place, and everyone just stops, and it's silent, like it's dead, and they're all looking at them. And there was a part in my mind where I was like, I thought this ended where they all went like everybody just went, hey, like this, and like welcome, like hey, let's do this. But no, it ends with Sanka in dead silence, perfect pitch, just him going, well, this is good.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
but
When I'm doing research for the show, sometimes I'll just let the movie run in the background when I'm busy doing other things, and
yeah.
come in and out of it. And there were at least two different times when I was letting the movie play in the background and it got to that scene. And I think there's one other scene in the movie where it gets really quiet for an extended period of time, and I would check the the movie to see if the Wi-Fi went down or if it crashed, because the silence is so drawn out that it feels like something's wrong. Like there's just too much silence going on in this movie right now. Dev.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to think about like, okay, how are we going to make this funny? Like, this is like, it's real, like you said, Trey, it's super straightforward. It's they
Yeah.
lost they lost their Olympic tryouts. They're obviously, like fish out of water situation where, they're going from island tropical paradise to, where is it in Canada? I forget where it was, but it's Canada. It's
Yeah,
Canada
just
in the
say
winter.
Canada, I think.
Yeah. I know there's somewhere, but anyway, it's
Hang on,
Canada in the winter. And like, that's such a great scene when like they show up and They get off the plane, they have their bags, and John Candy's character Irv just walks straight out the door, and
Calgary.
it's like Calgary.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, Calgary.
Because
and
that's
it's
where
this
the 88
blizzard.
Olympics.
Yeah, yeah, and it's this blizzard. Like the
my
wind is
favorite scene of
pushing,
the movie.
snowing, and he's walking on. He's going out to the curb to wait, and the camera slowly then just pans back, and all four guys are just staring at like, the hell have we done?
Yeah,
What is
so that was one of the things that, like, as a kid, I was like, cool, like, they trained for this. And then as an adult, I'm like, they didn't train for this.
No.
they pushed the car around.
what is this
Like,
shit?
the movement is different. It's gonna slide. It's gonna do things that, I mean, I'm sure in real life they were a little better trained, but in this movie they were not.
Yeah. Or what's it? The great running joke of him, or I mean, there's several jokes where it's like, okay, it's just the right amount of like, all right, that one's for the parents. Because when they're standing out there in the cold and Doris looks over at Sanka and goes, Sanka, what you smoking? He's like, I ain't smoking. I'm breathing. And they're all trying to like testing that out.
That's when he went back inside and put on every piece of clothing out of his bag that he had, and then he comes out wearing his bag zipped to his neck. Yeah, there was some scenes that were cut from this movie. There was supposedly a scene where they put a joint in a snowman's mouth. And then there was another scene where Sanka slept with like 5 Swedish women, or it was implied or something like that. So they cut those out to keep it more family friendly. It seems like the original script was more National Lampoon, less tongue in cheek comedy. But I'm glad that we got the movie that we did. Yeah, I'm glad that we got the movie we did instead of like a major league attempt at a funny movie.
What Tyler, what were you saying? You're telling us before we started recording, like that John Candy had to fight to be in this. Who the hell was
John Candy really wanted to do this movie. I can't remember. I heard Kurt Russell was one of the people that they wanted. There was an actor that I didn't know his name, but I knew his face when I looked him up. But John Candy came to them and he really wanted this role, and he wanted to do it because he wasn't the comic relief of the movie. He was more serious, and he was flawed, and he saw the potential of the movie, and he took a pay cut. And that's really what it was this was the last movie that he filmed. That
besides Wagons West?
No, I mean, supposedly, like, yeah, I mean, that he completed, because he die during Wagons West?
Yes,
like
he did.
Horse?
Or am I saying Wagons East?
It's one of them.
It was a good restaurant.
Yeah. It's Wagons East. Wagons East. Yeah.
Wagons East. But yeah, he took a pay cut because the salary that he was commanding at the time was too much for the budget of the movie, and he really wanted to do it. So he came in, and he is the backbone of this movie. Without John Candy, this movie is not the same, in my opinion.
Right.
Because the subtlety of the delivery, the pain that he carries for the mistakes that he made, it's not overt, it's not in your face, but you feel it. You feel the weight that he carries, and just the way he delivers everything is so John Candy, and that's why he's so greatly missed. And there's not another one like him. It's we call it lightning in a bottle, and you don't get to do that twice.
I really have a hard time thinking of another someone who stepped into his shoes in terms of like such an emotionally diverse type of actor who could do slapstick,
right,
or dry delivery, and then also could have such heartfelt moments like from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And that's why
I really wish that we had gotten the monologue in Trains, Planes, and Automobiles that Steve Martin talks about. And when he's reading from that script and he can't even read it because he starts crying. I really wish we had gotten that.
It's if there is a place somewhere you can, it's really unedited, but you can see.
Oh wow! I'll have to look for that.
The whole thing. I'll see if I can find that and maybe post it, because the way Steve Martin talks about it is heartbreaking that we didn't get that full scene. But the other running gag that I love throughout this whole movie is, Sanka, you dead? Yeah, man.
But that, and what are you doing? Like, it's my lucky egg. And then at the very end, hey, dreadlocks, let me kiss your egg.
Yeah. I love what when he says to you, "Hey, Baldy, do you want to kiss my egg?" I'm not kissing your
Yes.
egg.
And he puts it like in his jock. And
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not kissing your egg.
The
dude.
scene at the end
I don't know
makes no
where he's
sense
keeping
at
that.
all.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, there's
after
no
they
way that
crash,
egg
and
survives the crash.
yeah, well, not only that, but they're wearing the onesies that zip up in the front,
And he like,
and he reaches like this, but the
Yeah.
zipper's all the way up. What are you doing, dude? Do you have like a Tommy John pocket there for your
no,
for your jug?
the crash cut a perfect hole.
That's it. Yeah. Perfectly. And
That
maybe
blade
that's
got him right above the, as they would say in wrestling, the midsection.
yes.
Yes.
Maybe
How
maybe
they
that
got him in
lucky
his
egg.
Rastafarian nays.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes. That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe that egg is like his like point of like determinant, like of like, okay, if the egg lived, my eggs should also be alive. Because he is the best downhill pushcar derby driver in all of
Yeah.
Jamaica.
Darby.
So
I'm the best pushcart driver in all of Jamaica.
yes, and so like I wonder if he keeps that egg and he's like, okay, the egg survived. I'm okay. So I think
Yeah.
if he's the best, and how often he's like depicted as crashing or like being like just a little, not light on his feet, I think that'd be a good determinant indicator of like, okay, they lived, they survived. I'm okay. Like I can keep going. But
Yeah.
no, I didn't.
Apparently, there was a
Was there
lot
any?
of they had to do a lot of takes because the eggs kept breaking when like in handling them and kissing them, like the eggs kept breaking. And all I could think when I read that was, you didn't think to just make a fake egg.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
You don't
or
need it
hard
to
boiled
be an actual hard boil that some bitch and paint it or something because it doesn't look like a
Like
normal
it's an
egg.
Easter egg.
I
It
thought
looks like it's been
I thought I saw
painted.
one.
No,
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, we're making an omelet. All right, we're
right.
cracking this.
He should have like cracked it on his head.
Yeah.
Oh God! Can you
you
imagine
seen
how
the-
rotten that egg is?
Completely random side note. Have you seen those videos where like the parents will be like, "Oh, help me bake," and like they're like their son or daughter standing there, and they just reach over and like crack the egg on their
Yeah, on
forehead.
their head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like my
the kids
daughter,
look at them like,
Yeah.
what the hell is your problem?
like my daughter punched me.
Yeah,
she
she
will.
would. She's like, "What do you think? Who do you think you are exactly in this
Who do you
relationship?"
think you are?
To hit me over the no, my favorite of those when this grandmother asks her toddler grandson to help her bake, and she literally anything that she pours or opens in the bowl, he like without hesitation at all reaches in and grabs a handful and tries to shove it in his mouth, because I guess at some point he figured out one of these is sugar, one of these is sugar, because like he
Tasty.
does it with the flour, he does it like she starts pouring in baking soda, and he like immediately like it's chaotic. It's like watching those little monkeys that while that lady's trying to make coffee, and they just keep everything like she has to keep her hand over her coffee mug like this, because everything she pours in, they immediately like reach in to try to like test out like what the hell is that, and so yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Honestly, this could be the reason we do the clip show. Just be like, hey guys, remember this shit? This is the good stuff.
Remember this?
Remember this shit?
Remember this shit?
I didn't know if it was historically accurate or not, but when they got to the Olympics and like when they did their trial run and they're trying to get going, and they tried to disqualify him because they hadn't competed in a world Olympic event or like
No,
a
that's
world
all for the movie.
thing. Is that all? Okay,
No,
that was
but I
all for
think
the movie. Yeah.
in real life they like actually qualified and like went through
Of
all
course,
of
they
the
had to.
proper steps.
Yeah.
They went.
Yeah.
They did the Olympic stuff, but they were good enough to be there. Like
I feel like this movie is like that would be boring, so we're just gonna
yeah, they got to spice it up. I think one of my favorite parts of this movie is that they didn't focus on the fact that John Candy cheated as a problem for the team. It would have been such an easy thing to do that you see so often in these movies where, like, Mighty Ducks uses it, for example, where he calls them losers and he's being sarcastic with the owner or the Hawks coach, and
That's Coach Riley. All right, that's
Coach
Mr.
Riley, with the
Don't you
with the
forget it.
lapel, is popping that
Yes.
collar.
Not
But
worth eating if you can't eat steak.
that's right. But it would have been so easy to make that the struggle in the team, but instead they made it about the Swiss team, and they made him having cheated a different kind of struggle. I thought it was a really great take on that, and they didn't fall into a trope with that.
I feel like that's one of the points in the movie though where Disney was like, okay, the haha stop for a while. You're not gonna get jokes for right now because you're just gonna learn how sad this man is for a little bit. Like this
Just
man is
for-
sad.
Just for
John
a
Candy
little
is a
bit.
sad man right now. Irv is
Yeah.
not happy.
Yeah.
And then he has this scene where he's like, and if it makes you feel any better, I did it. 20 years ago, I cheated. And he like, goes through it, and you're like, why am I about to cry at a kid's movie? It's not good.
Yeah.
It's
But I
like,
mean,
it was stupid.
it's such an awesome monologue that he delivers to because the committee is just being petty. Like they qualify, they qualify.
Yeah.
They're good enough.
Yeah.
They showed you that they're good enough, and you're gonna keep them out just because the guy the whatever the guy's name is that used to be his coach.
I got it.
Yeah, he's on
I
the
got it.
committee, and he's doing it out of spite.
Yeah, exactly, because he's pissed at Irv Blitzer for cheating, and that's when he busts into that meeting and he's basically says, this is personal between you and me. Then take it out on me, ban me,
Right.
kick me out, do whatever you want to do to me, but don't do this to my guys. Like they earn the right to be here. They did it with all of you laughing in their faces. And
Kurt.
and then
Kurt
he gets
Hemphill.
the Kurt. Yeah, Kurt.
Yeah.
And then he gets the call saying that they're back in. And then
We're back.
it's such a deflating moment when they do their qualifying run. Everything rides on this, and they do. It's such a great scene where he's in the booth and he's like, "How was the push start?" Okay. Oh, and then they go down. They have this good run. They get down to the end, and he's, what's the time? What's the time? And then it cuts to them all sitting in the sled, and they all are whipped back, looking at the clock.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
there's
that
just
whole,
this frozen moment, and then the time comes up, and it's like, and he starts freaking out in the booth. He's like, "I'm sorry, I'm out of here." So he leaves, and then they're drinking Coca-Cola, cheersing everything. Like
they weren't drinking Coca-Cola.
And then
well,
Irv walks in.
Derice is
Irv,
drinking
yeah.
Coca-Cola. Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, look, Irv," and then, "Oh, the man in the orange jumpsuit," and then he gives them the note. They're like, "Oh, the messenger," and then he tells them that we've been disqualified. Yeah, and that's when it starts. Oh no, this is not good. And then he goes and stands up for him, and then they get the call saying like, "Nope, you're back in."
It's hard to like not that like I don't think it was implied, but like watching it, especially like with my daughters now, and like she doesn't know or anything like, but it's sort of implied, but it's very light about this might be a racism thing also. Like,
well, the guy says to him,
like,
we have to do what's best for the sport, and we don't want to embarrass the sport. And John Candy's comeback is so John Candy, so well delivered. "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that 4 black guys in a sled was so embarrassing for you," or whatever. And it's like, oh, called you right out on what you were trying to imply. Just like, I'm gonna say it to your face, jerk.
What was that? Not to mention they filmed that boardroom like they did like in the first Star Wars when Darth Vader's like has all the Imperial guys like sitting around the table before he chokes that guy, when he like calls him out for being a part of the Jedi religion. And it's kind of like they filmed that whole scene. I noticed, I was like, there's a lot of similarities here in the way that John Candy walks in as Darth Vader, and he's like there to lay down the law, like, I'm gonna choke someone out like a bitch right now because I know I'm right and you're wrong in this situation. That's what I took from it. But
then you get like before they go on their last run, you get the 2 scenes. You get the bar scene where they get in a bar fight, and Sanka's riding like the mechanical bull, and then he sees his teammates fighting, and he's like, "Excuse me, Missy," and "Yippee-ki-yay!" and he like jumps in the bar
So
fight.
so funny, dude. So
And
That's
then
where
you
funny.
we
get
get.
the scene where they get in trouble, and Junior's dad comes to bring him home because he's like, "You're embarrassing the family. You're gonna go work for Webster, Webster and Cohen."
Yes, Webster.
Dude, I
Webster.
love in the
Long
beginning.
Cohen.
In the beginning, after they fall and they decide they're gonna do the run, or they're gonna do the bobsledding, and it cuts to Junior, and he's talking to his father, telling him, "I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be a bobsledder." And it cuts
Yes.
over, and it's just this basset hound that he's talking to,
Yeah.
and then the dad comes home and tells him that he got him a job in Miami with Webster, Webster, and Cohen. And Junior's
And
response
Cohen.
is, "And Cohen." Like,
But that's when
and
you
then
get to like,
he doesn't say a word about anything that he had planned, and he leaves, and he turns to the dog and says, "We really told him, huh?"
yeah,
I was like, that's such a good moment right there. Like,
Well,
shows
you
what
talked.
a how spineless that Junior is when it comes to his father, and how meek and mild it's made him dealing with this overbearing father his whole life.
He's
And then
so
Yeah.
like
they do the
his dad's so
fundraising.
cute too. Like he looks
Yeah,
adorable.
yeah, he doesn't
looks like
look
a very,
tough at all.
He doesn't. He looks like a really adorable old man that I'd be like, tell me stories. Like, let's hang out.
Yeah.
And you're saying,
But they do the whole
sorry, you were saying,
fundraising montage that's so hysterical. And you
mm,
get the "We are Jamaica, we have a bobsled team,"
sled
like the
team.
whole
Yep.
rap and everything. We got Darius, we got Sanka,
got the
you'll
one
Yeah.
Daddy and
yeah.
the one Junior.
Yeah.
Joe Brennan and Sanka, the fastest of the
So the
fastest of
fastest of the
Jamaica
Jamaican
sprinters.
sprinters.
Go to
Yes, yes.
Olympic
To
for
make
Jamaica.
That's it.
And
Started
then,
singing on the
and then
street,
they're
bro.
like,
How did it go? How did it go? It was like
Go.
this.
those moments are just so awesome. Where he's like, "How did it go?" It went like this: "We are Jamaica, we have a boss." And they're like, "Shut up, shut up! How much money did you
I
get?"
will pay you $5 to
$1,
shut
$1.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pay you $1 to shut up.
And the reason I remember it's $1 because then he shows up and he does the whole like, "This is how it went," and they cut him off and they say, "How much?" And he says, "I got $1.16." There's something like there's 64 cents. But
Yeah.
then Junior shows up and he sold his car, and that gives them the money that they need to go. And John Candy,
Reese doesn't want to accept it.
right, he
Yeah.
doesn't want to accept it, but he says, like, "If it wasn't for me tripping you, you'd already be on your way to the Olympics right now. So
In
please,"
Korea. Yeah.
yeah, because he would have gone
Pretty
to the
sweet
Summer
place to
Games.
go. In Korea.
A good career or
It's
bad
the
career.
South. It's the South
Wait.
side.
Wait, which one's the good one again?
Just look at the space view, and the one with power, that's the good one.
Yeah, exactly.
the side, the
The one
house
that's
with
not dark.
lights.
Yeah.
That's the one. Right. That's the
Dude,
one.
that was
Okay.
one of the darkest episodes of Joe Rogan that I ever listened to. Was the girl who escaped from North Korea.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
like if you
But
ever
yeah,
want
if
to
you
be
wanna have-
depressed, go
Yeah, if you wanna have a
listen
bad
to
time.
that. Yeah, like,
Just
oh
in
my
case.
god.
But
Just
the
in
good
case
part
you ever
about
want
the
to.
whole Junior subplot is you get his dad comes and tells him, like, "Stop this foolishness, you're going home," and he starts packing, and the guy who's the most mad at him, Yule, is like,
Yul Brynner.
"Come here," and he like brings him into the bathroom, and he's like, "Look in the mirror, tell me
yeah,
what you see."
So that's connected to the bar scene you're talking about, because before
Yeah,
they
the
go
bar
to the
scene, yeah.
bar, Sanka knocks on the door. He opens it up, and he has like a little maid's hat on, and he's holding a feather duster. He says, "Hello, sir. You want turn down service? You want me to fluff your pillows? Maybe dust your head?" And
That's
then
it, dust your
Yule's like, "Whatever's wrong with you, it's nothing. It's nothing small," and shuts the door in his face. And then there's another knock, and he's like, "What does this idiot want now?" And he opens the door, and it says, "What?" And it's the hotel worker, and she says, "I'm sorry," and hands him a telegram, and it's for Junior.
Yeah.
And it's because they had taken the picture of them all falling down trying to do the push start, their first push start. That what was his name again?
He sees in the paper.
The jerk guy that was the coach of
Yule.
Irv. No, he was the coach.
Kurt.
Yeah. Kurt tells him now, and the guy takes the picture that embarrasses them, and
Yeah.
that's when Junior's dad sees it in the paper, and he gets pissed off because he believes that he's in Miami working for Webster and Cohen, and um,
Cohen.
so he gets the telegram and it says it's from my father. He says to come home right now. And then they're at the bar and he's all pouty and saying, "I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna leave." And uh, Yule is like, "You're gonna leave? What about your teammates?" He says, "You don't know my father. He's so angry." And that's when he takes him into the bathroom and the German
In
guy
there.
messes with him in between that. And
Yes.
basically because he slams the what do I do? And he slams the glass and the beer shoots over his head. But he says, "Hey, take it easy, Jamaica. You're causing a scene. Get it together."
Like the real athletes are drinking or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
that guy
I wouldn't
totally does
imagine.
not
Yeah.
strike me as an athlete. Like,
Yeah.
it's like Steve from accounting is running the bobsled, and he's like the best driver in the world.
I
But
fear saying what he reminds me of because I don't want to get in trouble. But if you look at it, his name in the movie is Josef Gruel, and he looks it. So we'll just go with that. But
what
you
is
were
he?
saying we get the great
he
scene.
he hiles things. So you're saying
He might say, hey, if he's giving driving directions, he might be like, hey, take the third Reich.
yeah, he does. But
Boom, boom, boom.
so they go in the bathroom and Yule, like Trey was saying, who hates Junior the most and has every right to be mad at him because he cost him that's one of the things that I was going to bring up earlier, but I can't imagine you work your entire life, you train your entire life to try to go to the Olympics and you get tripped and there's no coming back from it. Like, you got to wait 4 more years to do this again. I couldn't imagine being one of these guys doing this kind of sport. Like, oh, that's so devastating for something like that to happen.
Especially because Yul Brynner puts it in a really great position where he's coming from their world in Jamaica, and running is his ticket out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that it had some gravity to it, and it was really, it was a little bit of a passerby kind of moment, because then Sanka turned it into a bit of a joke, but then Brenner and Junior had that moment where Yul Brenner was like, running was everything to me. Running was going to get me off the island into a new place in life.
It's gonna get me,
and then I was
here.
gonna win here, yes, and I was gonna live right down there.
That's Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, you're gonna live there. You're gonna have to marry the queen,
and that's where they start to come together as a team in the movie, because that's when Junior stands up for Yule to Sanka and says, "Why can't he do it?" My father came from a one-room shack and now lives in one of the largest houses in all of Kingston. All you have to do is know what you want and work hard for it. And then he goes over and he puts the picture of Buckingham Palace and he says to Yule, like, you go get your palace, like, you go get your castle, Yule, you do that. And then the whole thing goes down with the telegram.
And
now they're in the bathroom and he's telling him, look in the mirror. What do you see?
I see Junior. He's like, I see Junior. He's like, oh, you see Junior. Well, let me tell you what I see. I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who don't take no crap off of nobody. And he like makes him say it. And he's like, again, I can't hear you. And he's like, and he leaves the bathroom and
Junior starts going. He's like,
pride, power, power.
It's so funny too, because how they started out where, Yule is delivering it like, I see pride, I see power, like so much. And at first Junior's like, I see pride, power, and by the time he's done, he's screaming it like feral. And then he starts out, and you get that awesome moment where Yule turns and he says, where he going?
Where's he going? He goes out and he confronts the German guy.
That's when they start the fight, because he's like, he pushes him back. And
then
like,
you better come up with an apology right now.
Yeah.
It's like,
or else.
Or what? Or else. Like, and
then he's like, hey.
when he pokes, he goes, or else what? And hits him. And Junior literally goes, ow. He says it out loud. And then he shoves him to the ground, and he says, "What are you gonna say? Something, Jamaica?" And then the two boots hit, and it pans all the way up to Baldy, and he says, "Okay," and just punches him in the face right there.
Bam.
It's like, yeah, get that guy. That guy sucks.
Get it.
So
I'm
funny.
sure the Olympic Committee had nothing to say about that.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
they
and
said
then-
that. Didn't John Candy had to defend them and said that they're all
They're
basically
special
like
needs.
a little mentally off? Yeah.
Yes, he
Special
went in and
needs.
said they're
Yeah.
special needs. He's like they're
basically.
mentally challenged, and that's why the
Yeah.
bartender's not going to press charges
That's awful.
for the bar owner.
So hard.
Did
Yeah,
you
the
get
bar
so many,
owner,
like,
yeah.
That's another thing about this movie is it's so quotable. Like where, like you're talking about, where Sanka's talking to Irv and he's like, "I'm the best pushcart driver in all Jamaica. I must drive. You dig where I'm coming from?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, now dig where I'm coming from. 2 gold medals, 9 world records,
Yeah.
2 and 4-man events, 10 years of intense competition with the best
Oh, no,
athlete
we
in the
lost him
world."
for a
And
second.
Sanka looks at him and goes, "Well, that's a hell of a
Oh,
place
no.
to be
He's
coming
gonna
from."
He's dipping.
Oh no!
Showing back. John Candy basically then says, "Do you hear you get where I'm coming from?" And he goes, That's a big place to be coming from. That's a heck of a place to be coming from." He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "You're the brakeman." He's like, "I think I'll be the brakeman." Or he starts to explain the whole, like, the driver has the most responsibility because it's literally their lives in their hands, and I don't think that's appreciated enough. That a 600-pound sled filled to the brim with probably another 600 pounds of men, like, all together, and you're throwing it, and they're going 70, 80 miles an hour. Am I correct
or
on
more,
that? Or is it kilometers? Yeah. Let me see
It's
how
a lot.
fast.
And
'Cause
you're
it's
hurtling down an
ridiculous.
ice chute, and you're only touching the ice there, clack, 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 as you.
Yeah, they're going
Like,
80
that's how fast.
to 100 miles an hour. 80 to 100 miles an hour. That is insane, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I would try it once. Like, I would make me the middleman, or like I sit in the back and you guys push, and then I'll be the weight. Like, I can do that. But
Can
the
we
rest
just
of it, dude,
sit
like,
in here and you push it? Because
Can
I'm
you
not gonna be able
just-
to jump in. If we
Bye.
start running, I'm gonna fall down. You guys are gonna go
Yes.
down the chute, and I'm gonna slide on my face like that all the way down the thing.
I'll meet you at the end. Just,
Yeah, I'll
just
be
give
down
me a
there
hot
like this,
dog.
just-
I'll meet you at the end. It's fine.
Like, my face. Don't worry about my face. It's all ice burned for me, just sliding down the thing.
If they got corn dogs or chili dogs, I'll take one of those. Just bring it to the finish line. I'll be there. I'll be the one in the ambulance.
I hope
Um,
Trey
Is he
realizes
trying to get
that
back in?
he's not here. I don't know.
No, he might still be talking to himself. It could be fun. I hope this records what he's doing. Whatever. I hope this side of the program is recording what he's doing. Just
Oh,
going,
he's
"Son
probably
of a
freaking
bitch."
out.
God damn.
His he just texted that his internet sucks dock. DOC. His internet sucks
DOC.
documents.
And he texted it to the group. He texted it to the youth group. Yeah. Oh my god, he texted that to the 5 people. Oh, it's hysterical. Restarting that.
Damn,
Anyway,
that sucks.
um,
Okay.
that does suck. But that training montage they do when they finally get into the cold and, like, they're starting to, like,
I thought that was a
get
really cool
adjusted
thing
and
that
stuff.
they did. Too,
Yeah.
where he comes in after the bar fight and they're all laughing, and Doris kind of dresses them down, but then we haven't covered yet his obsession with the Swiss team.
Yeah.
Right when they get there to the Olympics, he goes in at night and he watches the Swiss team do this run, and they do it flawlessly, and it's all beautiful, and it really is. It's a beautiful shot thing.
Yeah. It's cool.
And
It's really cool.
he becomes obsessed with how good the Swiss team is, and he starts to model himself after the Swiss team. He starts to try and turn them into the Swiss team, and he keeps saying, like, the whole "eins, zwei, drei," and it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And he says, you don't see the Swiss team going out and fighting and drinking and carrying on.
Yeah.
And then Sanka comes back with, yeah, you don't see the Swiss team smiling either, do you? And I bet if they saw a pretty girl, they'd probably grab a hold of her and yell "eins, zwei, drei" and try to push her down an ice chute.
Push down some ice. But
It
was
then,
like, that's what the Swiss do. They psych themselves up. Yeah, they also make those little pocket knives too, but you
Are
don't
those-
see us doing that.
Yeah, because that's like at the end when he starts like knocking their heads with his helmet, and because he had just
like
watched the
smack
Swiss
it,
team
yeah.
do that, and it's like, dude, get off me! Like, what are you doing? But
Yep.
Irv comes in and says, he talks about like, everybody here is laughing at me, at you, at us. They think we're a joke, and you're just fueling that fire. Like, we have to show them that we're better.
Mm.
Maybe I'll start kicking some butt too. And you expect then he's going to become this hard ass, and they totally flip it on its head, and it's
Mm.
John Candy asleep in the bed, and all of a sudden the alarm clock comes in and goes off right next to his head, and he wakes up, and it's them standing over the top of him, and they're like, "Good
Yeah.
morning, coach," or "Good morning, sled god," and he's like,
Yes.
like what? And he goes, "It's time to kick some butt." And then
It's
it
butt
starts this
kicking time.
fun
Yes.
montage of them training and getting better together and working and like getting it down and doing the sledding, and it's I love those things that they did, those decisions that they made in this movie
Yeah.
to take the normal trope and spin it just so that you don't expect what's happening next.
It doesn't feel like your normal sports movie where the coach is so hard, such a hard ass, so disciplined to a point where it feels like over the top. There's
Yeah.
sometimes where like I watched Remember the Titans, and I love, don't get me wrong, love Remember the Titans, but there
Pull
are
them
times
back.
where like, hey, Trey's here.
Shit.
Oh, you sound like really echoey now.
I think your mic is towards your
I
headphones or something.
no, I
But
know what the problem is. Okay, bye. See you in a minute.
love you.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Miss you.
Yeah. But there's times where like Denzel Washington's character, I feel like I know what he has to be. I know what his character is calling for, but there's even points where I'm just like, there's no
There's no
softness to
flaw.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no entry point for me to really love him, but I respect him. I respect him and I appreciate what he's trying to do. But I feel like that's what the difference is here with John Candy. Was John Candy has that same, I mean, he's a big dude that commands attention in a room. And you feel that in his character too, that, he's not going to take bullshit, from anybody, but he also has a way to really speak and align himself with his team, with the people. Align himself with
Oh
his team,
no.
with the people.
Oh
Oh
no.
no, the echo's back.
Now we
Hold
got
on.
the echo.
Echo's back.
Now we
Hold
got
on.
the echo.
I can't. It's because I can't turn this thing on during the recording.
Oh, that's right. Well, let's do our best. We're almost done. We're getting there. But one of my favorite things was when they're on the ice, and it's the first time they actually are on ice in Calgary, and they have to run, they have to sprint to push their bobsled 600 pounds down a sled, and it's they're trying to figure out like these shoes, and they're all standing there like really cool, and they're like watching these other skaters and other speed skaters go by, and they're just like, see, nothing to it, and then they all fall and they hit the ice hard.
Except for John
Like,
Candy, who's just standing there.
yeah, it's like, Irv, these special shoes ain't working. And he's like frustrated. He's like, grip with your toes, grip with your toe. Like, you gotta be light. He's like, hey, everybody, look at me, sled god, and they're all falling. But then the Russian team, and I had to look them up. I was like, is that this says the CCCP on their uniform? They come out for practice on the same ice rink, and they're all rushing it. And one of them, everybody runs except for Yul Brenner, and he just stands his ground. And this hockey player like tries to like maybe doesn't try to check him, but like runs into him, and Yul Brenner holds his weight and like pushes that guy down and goes, yeah, that's what I thought. Something, and like keeps walking, immediately falls.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was funny if you watched that, you noticed that they purposefully are not walking on their toes, so they're falling down and they're walking on the heels of the shoes. Yeah,
I had a moment today, man.
Make it a lot easier.
Yeah, I had a moment today though, man. All this ice is frozen from last weekend when we had Snowmageddon up here, and I keep all week I've been trying to get this stuff to melt. It will not melt. no matter what I do, it was sent to us by hell, frozen over. And anytime I want to get in my car, there's this huge ice patch right next to the car. And I just thought of a Jamaican out of Jamaica on ice for the first time. But luckily, I haven't hurt myself yet. It's coming, though. I don't know. Trey, do you want to share any other favorite moments or anything before we wrap here? Or?
I was just, I had some stuff that I had kind of like gone over, like when I was talking about earlier, how this was like the golden age of like Disney sports movies. Like,
oh yeah,
like who's the better coach, John Candy in Cool Runnings or Emilio Estevez in Mighty Ducks?
Ooh, John Candy? I want to say John Candy.
I think Emilio Estevez is the better coach. I think John Candy has the better arc because like he gets the like, oh, I was the cheater and everybody hated me, and now Emilio Estevez has got a DUI. Like that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I can get behind that.
And then like funnier team member, is it Sanka from Cool Runnings or Averman from the Mighty Ducks?
Ooh.
I think Sanka gets the edge there only because Averman had more movies. But like Averman with like the save,
and yeah, it's the one-liners and the quickness and the instantaneous responses from Sanka, like with the "I'll draw a line down your head, make it look like a butt," that kind of thing. Yes. And when we did talk about when he's like in the room and he says, "Now if you could be quiet so I could get some of my reading done," and he holds up a Hulk comic, and Yule's giving him crap because he's like, "These are children books." And he says, like, they're too advanced for you. You try to say I couldn't read a children's book? What I'm trying to say is that you couldn't count to 10 if you were wearing shoes or unless you had sandals on. Or whatever.
You're one of the big, bare-brooded, bald-head bozos who can't count to 10 unless he's barefoot or wearing sandals. And he like points at his feet.
His slow-pitched delivery of "and wearing sandals," just to let that land a little harder. He just
who went through more pain in their movie during the training montage, Sanka or Goldberg? Because like Goldberg, they tie him to the goal, and they're doing like the thing where they're slapping the ice, and but Sanka had to be like put in the ice cream box and all that stuff. So it was.
I'd still go to Goldberg.
I'd say Goldberg to be tied down and purposefully like forcefully pucked like that.
Ew.
I said it.
You got to be careful how you say that. You got to really enunciate the puck.
What? They were really pucking kids. I mean,
yeah, they tied him down and pucked him to death.
It was awful.
Like, who had the better ending? Is it like the sled carry from Cool Runnings, or is it them beating the Hawks in the Mighty Ducks?
The sled carry. The sled carry.
The sled carry is good. It's a good one, but I like the championship only because like they knocked out Banks and like all this stuff, and then it's Spazway who gets to because it mirrors the Bombay thing and all. I think it was good.
Yeah. I think Mighty Ducks is an epic, awesome ending.
Yeah.
I think that the thing that gives the Cool Runnings the edge to me is it still tears me up.
That's true.
And if you really commit and you sit and you watch the movie all the way through, it pulls on your heart so hard every time, every single time. And you expect like the whole world gets behind them. Even the announcers are wearing their shirts. And they're having this amazing run. They're going to win gold if they do it. And the sled fails and they go through this horrendous crash. And you get Sanka say, "Doris, are you dead, man?" And they flip it. And he says, "No, man."
No, man.
And they got the guys running in slow motion. And he says, "We have to finish." And they get up and they pick up the huge sled and they walk it. And then you get the most epic slow clap of any movie ever.
It's so aggressively slow.
Started by the awful German guy. And then everybody joins in, even Kurt. who you get they turn all of the people who are against them, and as they're walking, Junior sees his father who rips his shirt open. He's got the
Superman
shirt on
Clark
and
Kent's
everything.
it. Yeah.
Daddy's proud of me.
Yeah, and they go through the whole change where they Sanka like explains to him, I've known you since whatever the little girl's name. One of those
He asked to see you dingling.
And like we have to be Jamaican. We're not Swiss. We're here as Jamaicans. We have to sled Jamaican.
Oh, well,
And
you shut up about the damn Swiss. Because the next time you see a pretty girl
behind him,
you're going to go, it's fine. Try to push her down some ice.
That's right. We talked about that a little bit when you were gone, but yeah, and then the way they end it though, where the pan up under the finish line and it crosses there, and then there's no big talk. There's no, or anything like that. And the German guy comes up to Reese and he says, "Hey, Jamaica, like great job. See you in 4 years." And he says, "Yeah, man." And then Irv Blitzer comes over. They hug. Dries says, "Thank you, coach." And you get that thank you from John Candy that's just so simple but heavy at the same time.
It's so broken.
Like you've given me my life back.
Yes. Just that desperation of like, thank you for bringing me along with you out of the hole that I dug. He was drowning in a bar in Jamaica.
Him.
Yeah.
He drags him back to life, like kicking and screaming.
I just think
the
like
whole
the
way.
stakes are also completely different, because I'm not saying I loved Mighty Ducks
Me too.
as Mighty Ducks, but it is still a Pee-wee hockey team versus like this is the Olympics, and
That's
you
a good
can't.
point.
It's not worth eating unless you eat steak. Kind of mentality.
Well, D2, they're in the Junior Goodwill Games. I mean,
yeah, and that's the Olympics.
Yeah,
and then there's a D3 where they're
the oldest high schoolers to ever exist. But
true.
Even
They're
more
like
so than
45,
I know I haven't
45.
seen it, but I know what they're supposed to look like. Even more so than those Stranger Things kids who are still supposed to be in like middle school. They all look like they're in their 40s.
They're all supposed to be 12.
Yeah, they're supposed to be in high school, but even they look better than they did in the Mighty Ducks movie. Like those guys were like, "Yo, this guy's got an IRA." Like,
Yeah, this guy has an AARP card and he's playing.
These are This 19 is City Miles 19. That's this is rough. This kid smokes 4 packs a day.
Which one between Angels in the Outfield, Mighty Ducks, or Cool Runnings gets canceled first if they make it today? And sadly, I think it's Cool Runnings, because people are like, you can't do the Jamaican accent and you can't do this and you can't
unless you're Jamaican.
Yeah, it would have to be all like.
I would think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't think Mighty Ducks gets canceled because it's just white kids in Minnesota playing hockey.
Yeah,
and
maybe not canceled. Maybe just like, maybe not canceled. Maybe just like heavily moderated, and like it's to a point where it's not enjoyable anymore. That you're just like, oh.
Now they all have moments that are like, how did they get away with this? Like that, like him driving the limo on the ice and all this. Like, who? What?
Why? Is he drinking? He's drinking a lot in this movie. Oh no, that's just how he looks. That's just
like Irv. There's a lot of parallels between Mighty Ducks. Like they're both like drunk, disgruntled old coaches that were really good in their sport.
Yeah,
that have to take on like
by an older
the
coach.
Island of Misfits toys and
the ones nobody wants or thinks belongs. You're right. I mean, that's
the
that is
real
equation.
Difference is that Irv was a cheater.
Yeah,
and Emilio,
Bombay just failed.
He cheated the law. Well, he's like a lawyer cheater. Like judges hate him. Like,
he's a lawyer.
Yeah, he's not well liked that way either way.
Kill the lawyer. Not that kind of lawyer.
Exactly.
Kill the lawyer. I'm not that kind of lawyer. Oh man,
this movie's awesome. Definitely check it out.
Totally.
It's on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, it's totally worth every minute. I mean, it's awesome. It's so good. It holds up so well. It's so much fun. Thank you so much for listening. Check us out wherever you want. All podcasts are, but YouTube is where it's at. You get to watch us be stupid. You get to see the goofiness. You see all the Matt bringing up pictures and clips and stuff.
You get to see my video feed cut out.
Yeah, that too. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell or whatever they tell you to do. But mostly comment, let us know what you want to hear so we can give you what you want to talk about, so we can talk about things that you enjoy. Let's make a community around this. Until next time,
I'm Matt.
Trey.
And I'm Tyler. Cowabunga.